Hey everyone, it's Louis and we're back. It's good to be back. I gotta say, it's good to be back for a new CyberLink, and that's where we present meaningful updates about the XBorg ecosystem. And yeah, without further ado, we can kickstart this CyberLink number 8. And today we've got some merch. Actually, so I'm currently at Los Angeles to meet with a couple of esports teams, but also to attend the 3XP conference, which was organized by the folks at Community Gaming. And yeah, very excited to be at this event. We dropped a couple of merch. You know, it's like a very first edition, but it looks pretty cool. I could actually just show you how this looks like. It's you have the you have the Brave logo behind. It looks pretty cool, and yeah, looking forward to dropping some of that merch to all of you. So you can for sure expect some giveaways of this merch to like Prometheus holders, but not only. So we've got a pretty packed agenda. We did not have a CyberLink for some time. You know, we had a bunch of videos regarding our community seed rounds. So that was taking the priority, but yeah, just we'll wrap things up here with the seed round to start with. Then we have many more updates regarding the the products, the community, and so on. But this seed rounds, I gotta say first, a huge thank you to the community for this seed rounds. We have exceeded expectations by quite a lot. On the XBorg app, we've raised about $700,000 in about 15 seconds. So we understand that there is a bit of frustration of people that wanted to access the token but could not because it was already gone. We've actually received hundreds of messages of people that just could not get access to this sale. And I mean, same for me. I have friends that wanted to take part in the sale and could not. At the end, it's just because the demand was much higher than the supply, and it's just crazy to have in the current market conditions to have that much demand for the XBG token. The Prometheus launchpad gathered 1.2 million US dollar, which is quite a crazy amount. I have to be honest. We're super happy about the commitments from the Prometheus holders, but also the XBorg community overall. We designed this community seed rounds as a way for the community to be involved in the token very early on. So we did not want to be this project that only gives tokens at the early stages to VCs and business angels, and we wanted that those that truly believe in what we do could get our tokens at the same price as what we call insiders, which are early investors. And yeah, this is what we've achieved, and we see many benefits of doing so. It's also a way in which we become way more accountable to you guys, to the people that trust us for this raise, and also for the Prometheus raise just before. And it takes a very different dimension than raising from VCs or business angels, because you're raising from people that are just like you. You're not raising from super ultra wealthy people. So we understand that all of you have put a lot of trust in what we do with, I suppose, savings of money you've put aside to trust the bigger vision of XBorg, and most importantly, to trust the team to execute on the roadmap and all of the things that we've put forward on the white paper and on the different decks. But this is the community allocation was part of a larger round, which is a 5 million round. We've received a lot of interest for this round, so the rest, which is the other 3 million, we're taking the right time to find the right partners. I don't like to think of investors as just people that bring money, but more so people that bring value on top of the money. And the more value we deliver via the ecosystem, the higher the quality of investors. And just with what we've achieved with the community rounds, we now have about 35 months of runway with the current treasury, which sits at about 2.6 million at the moment. So these are our very solid financials. If we look at the current startup market, which is struggling a lot, specifically in Web3 gaming, so that puts us in a very strong position to just keep building and keep adding value to players. Now we'll discuss more about some community updates. We have noticed that a lot of people have become aware of what we do at XBorg, and in crypto you have a lot of people that just want to do bad things for the ecosystem, and so it's a reminder here to just whenever you enter the XBorg ecosystem, just be very cautious. Be aware of fake giveaways and lookalike servers. So that these are people that are trying to impersonate us or the core team. And as a rule of thumb, just be very cautious with who you interact with in the community. Don't trust, but verify. And if you have myself DMing you on Discord, just assume it's not me. Assume it's just someone that is trying to impersonate me and or other core team members. So be on the lookout for this. Sadly, we had a lot of Prometheus holders that got their NFT stolen because of those practices. So you have to exercise a lot of caution when looking at Discord or even Twitter. Now over to the community, and I want to discuss about the Hall of Fame and how we go about rewarding the community members at XBorg. And so the way we've designed this is in 3 different epochs, and we had Epochs 1, now we're going through Epochs 2. So Epochs 1 was really the people that supported us from the very first few days, before the product or the actual utilities of the ecosystem were going live. Epochs 2 is starting now up to the token generation event. And Epochs 2 will be centered around the product. So the big thing that we've been working on this year is XBorg.gg, and we'll have a slide on this. But all of the focus of the team will be to make this the best product in the gaming ecosystem for esports teams and for fans. And so Epochs 2 will go towards that. So these are people that use our product, that give feedback to our product, just comprehensive feedback on the product, not just, hey, this is bad, but how would I improve this? So we'll be very upfront and direct about this. And the next Epochs is going to be next year, and there will be actually many more Epochs than just that, but there will be a period of time where we ask for specific feedback, and then there will be rewards. So we're not being very communicative about the exact rewards that are granted, also because we want to have genuine people that believe in the ecosystem and not just just know that they will get paid for that and do the work. Just also as a word of caution, you should not expect too much out of this. I mean, you can have expectations, but don't think that by just doing 1 or 2 things you'll be able to retire for the next 10 years. That's of course not realistic. But we're also introducing a sort of new format, which is the community request. So if you know about XBorg and the powwow that are in the XBorg channel, you also know about the questions of the week. So we'll take pretty much the same format where we gather a bunch of questions from the community, and then you will be able to find the answers on the CyberLink. And so today we've picked about 2 questions. And the first question is, will there be a lock period for the XBG token that are airdropped to Prometheus holders? So there will be a 12-month vesting. So first month you get 1/12 of the token. Second month the same amount of tokens, and that will go on for a year. So yeah, during a year you'll have gradually certain of tokens released to Prometheus holders. Again, the amount of tokens is dependent on the amounts that you've held the Prometheus NFT for. And second question is what happens if you sell your Prometheus during the lock or vesting period? Well, what happens is undecided yet, and we would like that the community decides on this, so that the community can tell what's going to be the consequences of selling or retaining the Prometheus NFT. So there's a bit of technical feasibility to it, but yeah, we would love to hear from you, the community, on what you think is the best. Because of course, if someone does not get tokens, it means if you hold, you would get the tokens, because we are allocating a certain pool, so the tokens that you get are always relative to the rest. Just some product updates, and that's a key one. I also want to address something, which is that we had announced a date. We also had a countdown on the website, and we have postponed the countdown for some time. I think, as I shared in many different presentations, initially it was the only developer. So, we had less capacity, but we were also less professional in our approach. Now we've built up a very strong technical team to build up products, but we're still at a phase where it's not that easy to just say, hey, we have a date and we stick to it. There are things that we do on the products that, like the avatar engine, for instance. These are things that require deep expertise, and we're building up this expertise internally. And moving forward, we won't mention any hard dates. So we won't have like specific countdowns, because that just creates expectations, and it just hurts our reputation overall if we can't stick to a given date. So we'll take things as they go. We also don't want to put a ton of pressure on the technical team to deliver something, and we'll really shoot for high quality deliveries. And for that, we also rely on the community to help us in delivering the best product, and that means to help us in identifying bugs, but also identifying opportunities for the product, on what you think can be improved, or what features can we add on the product. And so this week you have the initial app release. It's actually coming in a few hours as I'm recording this, and we're confident we can say this now. Now, it's the very first version of the app, so this is not a V1 by any means, and we think of the products as multiple blocks. So this first app is just for you to create an account and to claim your username. Your username, although it's a very simple task, it's important to understand what that means within the ecosystem. Is as we build the different apps of XBorg, you'll have a shared username between those apps. And so it's something to take, I suppose, quite seriously, but there is also a way to claim your username. So there are some quests, and we've been very simple with the quest so far. It was just to test a couple of our integrations with Twitter, Discord, and Twitch. But just take this with a grain of salt. It's really just a first iteration. The key aspects of the product are around the dynamic gaming quest, which can be created by any communities or any games. So it makes it very interactive. And then the other components is your inventory and the avatar system. So these are like the two big pillars that we're working towards. Now, those pillars are not ready for a live deployment just yet. So, we wanted to go to market pretty fast to seek feedback, and the effort here is to get the best product possible. So this week you'll have this first iteration of the app, and then again you'll have the gaming quest coming this month, on CSGO, Dota 2. Also, I shared the great news on Discord for the Prometheus community, but we had the app be approved by Riot Games, and what that means is we will be able to have Riot Games games directly on the app, and that's a great news. The games that you can expect at launch. So the actual launch is when we have the avatar, the gaming quest, the gaming cards. This is a really, really cool product. It takes a bit of time to ship this product, but it's for this summer. And I guess the key to this app is not just what it does, but how it's distributed. Just to close this off, what you can expect is minimal app to start with, but then you have the gaming quest, and then you have the avatar and the inventory, and then the gaming cards. That's like the sequence in the short term of what we are releasing. The team is very hard at work to make this happen. We are, by the way, hiring more software engineers to help us accomplish our technical vision of the product, and not just this product, but other products as well. So if you know people, you can just go to it's careers.swissborg.com, or you can just go to swissborg.com and check out the job description. There's a 10K referral program, so if you successfully refer someone, you'll get $10,000, and so I guess it's a nice little perk. Regarding the product, as I said, the product is great, but and it's key to understand this for the gaming industry overall is you can have the best gaming product, but if you don't know how to distribute this product, you'll fail. It's not going to work. And I see so many great products in crypto, in gaming crypto, which are technically great products. The thing is, it's just lacks distribution, and because you don't know where to distribute this product or who is going to end up using this product. So the big focus for the team, and that was discussed on the town hall, is not only build a great tech, but build very strong distribution fundamentals. And this is something I am personally the most excited about, is the number of esports teams we will announce. The amounts of conversations we have behind the scene it just exceeds my expectations by I could say about 5 to 6 folds, as it's crazy. And I don't like to say, hey, because I see too many people overhyping things, but I can genuinely say that we're onboarding the best esports teams in the world. There is a reason why I'm in Los Angeles currently, and why the team is in Los Angeles. Those will be announced in a relatively short time frame. It takes a bit of like when you talk to the big esports teams, there is more at stake, so it takes a bit more time to set up everything. But Team BDS was just one example. Way more teams are coming, and I'm confident in saying way more, as in tens of teams. So not hundreds, but tens of amazing teams are coming. I don't like to say soon. It depends on legal, depends on the progress on the technical side. But yeah, by summer you'll hear a lot of great teams that join the app, and for that we're very excited. One of the reasons why we don't share this in a very vocal way is we also know that some actors are trying to do the same thing as we do, and there is virtue in securing all of the partnerships and then announcing all of them at once. So it's a bit harder for others to build what we do after, and to build the same distribution strategy. Now discussing about the XCS, which is the big tournament that we've organized along with Brave, the software. I'm actually using Brave at the moment. A couple of metrics. We like to be very transparent about the metrics of our products, and will be the same for XBorg.gg. I think my approach to building things is you need to be transparent. this may hurt you in the short term, but in the long term, it just builds transparency and trust between whoever believes in you, and you, and it just builds a very healthy relationship. So if we look at the number of impressions of XCS 23, it's over 1 million impressions, and so what we can call reach of the events. We had a bit more than 3,000 players that signed up for the qualifiers. We had about 12.5 thousand players that watched the XCS lives on Twitch, and we had about half of this that got the fan badge that were minted by the players. And I think these are great numbers. I think we can always do more, but we are the first. I mean, we are the first to do this at a big scale, at a scale that no one ever did in crypto and gaming, and we're very proud of that. Now, is it the event that will take you to the mass adoption of crypto? No, it's just one event to showcase what we can do in the gaming space, and that there is room for growth in this space. But we'll seek to do more events like this. I also want to thank the team for the work that's been done. And also thank the community on the same notes. It takes a lot of work to operate such events, and Connor and Juan from our team really did a great job here. They really went the extra mile. Also, want to extend the appreciation to Juan. Also on the business development side, is really been making amazing moves, and a lot of our success on the distribution side is attributed to Juan. I mean, not just Juan, the whole team overall. But yeah, just wanted to touch on this. 3XP events. The hoodie you see here is actually the hoodie I'm wearing at the moment. It looks really cool. We've been asked a lot of time on the merch, so merch is coming. Honestly, was not a big priority for the team. I much rather focus on very strong distribution, very strong technical fundamentals, and then do things that are a bit fancier like merch. But we're looking to create long-term value, and long-term value is not built in merch. Long-term value is built in products. But we have a booth actually at 3XP. The event is ending tonight as I record this, so it's we're a bit late here, but I guess we don't have a super big audience in the United States, but we have like a content creation team that is building content around the events. We also have a couple of our players that we flew over from Europe to Los Angeles to compete. And as I record this, I can say that they're pretty much winning everything, so that's great. And we've dropped some merch along with Brave, the key partner for our esports team this year, but also of the XCS and co-partner for the 3XP events. One reminder is we also have a treasure hunt that is going on. A treasure hunt that is tied to the XCS, and I guess the challenge here is to find the seed phrase of a wallet. We have now about 6,000 worth of cash prize or just money in this in this treasure, and I guess we've dropped a couple of clues, and we've garnered about 1.5 thousand active users, which is pretty great, and we've seen a lot of engagement. Here you can see one of the leaderboards of the open world, and we've done this event in collaboration with Brave and also XBorg. So I just wanted to wrap things up on what's still in store for the summer. One element that is arguably missing here is the teams that we announce. This year for the team has really been focus on great technical fundamentals and then distribution. I cannot stress enough how important distribution is, especially in the gaming world. And again, I see too many gaming projects pitching amazing tech. At the end of the day, it just comes down to how well marketed and how well distributed your app is. And that's the point where I am, and the team is particularly confident. Now I guess at some point it's good to speak. It's just better to show in action how this will unfold. But the biggest thing of all is the XBorg.gg app. It's the most important thing in the XBorg ecosystem by far. There is also, of course, the vision, but it comes down to creating a healthy ecosystem that creates value, and the value is created directly on the app. So that's a big moment. We also are closing off the XCS. Becoming a Legend docu-series is still coming. Will come after the XCS ends, and there will be just a bit of alpha, but there will be a gaming thematic that will come on the XBorg app, and BAT will be on this thematic. There is also a token coming, and that's I guess that's also a key event for this year. And if would be great to have this on the gaming thematic. But the point is, what's in store is really the product. It's something I'm truly passionate about. Putting lots of time and effort into it. I believe quite a lot of you have tested the app already. Again, just a caveat: it's the first version of the app. It will be improved over time, but it's also key to stress that everything is done in-house. Like, every bit of the product is done internally. We haven't outsourced anything actually of the product, and I think that's something that we can be quite proud of. But it's going to be a long journey. I don't expect that the product will be perfect from the get-go. It takes a lot of iteration, but I guess that's one of the things I believe in at XBorg, is if you surround yourself with people that use your platform, and that you're in a great financial position, and that everything is built internally, you will lean towards creating a great product, because the people that trust you are also the users of the product. And we'll take feedback, community feedback and user feedback very, very seriously. Myself will be on those calls with users to understand what do they like, what can we improve, and prioritize accordingly. You can also expect a lot of transparency on the roadmap for the product. Again, I think that's something you've seen with XBorg or other companies, but building a great technical product does take time. Assembling a technical team, it takes time. We are still hiring because we're looking for the best talents out there, and these are things that are pretty hard to find. So if you know people, by the way, that you think could fit the vision and also have the technical abilities to create great products, I will put down below the job offers. And so that's a wrap, I think, for this CyberLink. I want to thank you for listening through the end of this CyberLink, and hopefully you're as excited as we are to the launch of this app. And I see you in about 2 weeks, where we shoot another CyberLink. And in between this time, just thank you so much, and have a good one.